Lakeville, Nova Scotia in Canada, which is located in the Annapolis Valley. We grow about 110 acres of apples, slowly transitioning that over to high densities. I grew up on the farm, so I've always been kind of roaming through the orchards, being part of it. We used to pick drops. That was our kind of go-to job. The challenges are different every year. As a farmer, you deal with the weather and you deal with pest pressure and fungus issues and biannual bearing. There's things every year. We have to start thinking more sustainably. So, say I live on Apple Tree Island or something, and I can't have any more inputs. Like I have no inputs available. I can't buy any. Am I going to be able to grow a crop without all these inputs? And the problem with apple growing right now is the prices are kind of starting to come down, but our inputs are going up. So how do we stop our inputs from going way up? And I think the critical thing is organic matter. Organic matter matters, and it's a very corny thing to say, but it buffers a lot of things. As I started planting, I started planting cocktail cover crops, which is a wide range of. There's about 5 different families of, we got cereals, grasses, brassicas, genipodes, and legumes. So when you plant all these together and something is always flowering, something's always growing. So you're always trapping carbon and bringing it down into your soil. Say you grow a grass, you chop it, incorporate it into the ground. That carbon is going to be there for 30 years. So a bag of seed to me is worth way more than a bag of fertilizer. So part of that too is when you have all these different species of plants growing, you don't have a monoculture. So say you have a tree, you got your tree rows, and I'm a pest. So I say, okay, oh, that's nice, it's an apple tree. What's next? Oh, it's another apple tree. I'm gonna bite. Next. There's no diversity at all, and it's just apples, that's their main diet. Well, if you throw in these different varieties, well, now you're bringing in you're building an ecosystem. So now instead of it saying, okay, your pest going, okay, apple tree, well, yeah, maybe they'll go to apple tree, but they'll go to the ground. But another thing is you're attracting beneficial insects as well. So say he's in the apple tree, well, you got an abundance of ladybugs from your cover crop. So it's going to take care of the pest. So I think we need to start building ecosystems and looking at beneficials and how to attract them as well. And that will be kind of part of our sustainability as well. And I think just let nature do what it always does best. What I would tell younger growers is you have the opportunity to be at the very beginning of the food chain. It's very humbling to work with the trees. So I think, thinking that you can share what the work that you've done and put in every year to consumers and people who buy the fruit and, stand behind what you're growing and be passionate about what you're doing. I think that's, there's no better job than that. I mean, that's the best.